In 1992, the NBA Draft Lottery offered the biggest prize in years.
The Orlando Magic selects Shaquille O'Neal from Louisiana State University.
I work with Magic Johnson, and he didn't really tell me much. He said, Shaq, you're a pretty good player. You'll be all right.
And when the Orlando Magic landed Shaquille O'Neal, the fortunes of the franchise instantly changed.
And the dunk is turned back by O'Neal. A major league block by Shaquille. Oh! Look out!
From the beginning, Shaq was a dominating force.
Oh, what a dunk!
Leading the Magic on a rapid rise that culminated with a trip to the 1995 Finals. His power was matched by his personality as he became one of the league's most celebrated players.
A basketball player / entertainer.
ShaquilleOneal.
This week, we begin our look at Shaquille O'Neal with the Orlando years on Overtime.
In the long run, I'll be able to handle myself man-to-man with almost anyone in the league.
And the Celtics, they have done it again. A spectacular finish.
He was the ABA. He revitalized the NBA.
Presses the inner button in the heart, and all of a sudden he just takes it up.
This man has a smile that lights up a television screen from here to Bangor.
There will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird.
Michael will take it. He's fouled. He scores. Oh, my Michael with his fifth.
Shaq the man, most dominant player in the world.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mark Morgan. Some players are just so huge, their stories so fascinating that you can't cover it all in one show. That's the case with our latest subject, Shaquille O'Neal. So we'll devote the next 2 shows to Shaq. We will start with his early days in Orlando, and then next week, the years in Los Angeles, where he's been the cornerstone of the Laker dynasty. First, we go back to the beginning, the 1992 NBA Draft. The Orlando Magic had won the draft lottery, and there was no doubt about who they would take. But NBA Commissioner David Stern would make it official.
With the first pick in the 1992 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic selects Shaquille O'Neal from Louisiana State University.
As he said, what, me, the first pick? He walks into the arena, 8,000 fans in here, cheering the first selection. In 1985 was the first lottery. Patrick Ewing went into the Knicks. You're looking at the family of Shaquille O'Neal, welcoming him to elite status among professional athletes around the world. 7'1", 300 pounds, only 20 years old, an early entry candidate out of Louisiana State University. He had led the nation in block shots last year. He joins Akeem Olajuwon and Artis Gilmore as the only 7-footers in collegiate history to win the rebound talent. So, as Hubie and Doug were telling you, he's already rich. He hasn't played yet. Well, let's meet Shaquille O'Neal for the first time as a professional basketball player. He's with Craig Sager.
And your first thing was, who, me, number one? Obviously, drafting you number one is a foregone conclusion, but what are the prospects of you signing early or the prospects of you sitting out a year?
Well, patience is the best virtue, and we're going to Orlando tomorrow, and we're going to start the negotiations, and we're just going to take our time. And, as I said before, patience is the best virtue, and we're just going to take our time.
You've been working with a lot of big-name players. What legends of the game have you worked with to improve your game?
Well, I work with Magic Johnson, and, he didn't really tell me much. He said, Shaq, you're a pretty good player. You just need to work on the arch on your shot, and you'll be all right.
One selection that bypassed you was the U.S. Olympic team. How disappointing is it for you not to be a part of that team?
I was disappointed at first. However, Christian Laettner, he is a great player, and I just want to wish Coach Daly and all those guys good luck.
You have a record by flying 50 family members and friends here to join you at the draft. Are you going to take them all to Disney World with you and go to Orlando tomorrow?
Yes, I am, and I would like to say hi to Grandma Irma Harrison. I love you.
Okay, they're waiting for you back there in the Love Shack. Congratulations, Bob.
Thank you, Craig Sager. They are, by the way, already talking about changing the name of the arena in Orlando to the Love Shack.
Well, they may not have changed the name of the arena, but one thing that did change was Shaq's uniform. You saw him hold up a number 33 jersey at the draft. He'd worn 33 in college at LSU, but that number was already held on the Magic by Terry Catledge. So when Shaq came to Orlando, he decided to wear number 32. But what really stood out were the numbers he put up on the court. We will look back at Shaq's rookie year when overtime continues. Few players ever entered the NBA with as much fanfare as Shaquille O'Neal. But Shaq not only met all expectations, he exceeded them. He dominated from the first time he stepped onto an NBA court. In his first year with the Magic, O'Neal averaged 23 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 blocked shots. But his impact was just as huge off the court, where he became an instant celebrity. Ahmad Rashad sat down with Shaq in 1993 at the end of his rookie year.
Michael Jordan is the biggest media star in the NBA right now. And you, obviously, are the heir apparent. Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, but I'm not doing this to compete with Michael Jordan. I'm just out there doing my job like he's doing his job. I'm having fun, taking care of my family. I'm smiling. I'm breaking rims like I did on your head.
Give me your best. Let me see your best.
For almost anybody to come into the league the way you came in with all this notoriety and all the contracts, have you remained normal? I mean, you really, it hasn't affected you.
Well, for a guy like me, I'm a real simple person. And from my experiences, money doesn't change people. It just gives them more material items, like a bigger house, more cars, more clothes. And I just, stay real simple. Don't think about what's going on. Don't read my own articles. Don't forget where I come from. And hey, just be myself.
SHAQUIEMOUSE. Assuming someday you're 100%, what percent are you today?
About 65, a D. I give myself a D.
He's ready.
You were a service brat. Moved around a lot as a kid. How did that affect you?
I really didn't start moving till about age 13. Spent a lot of time in Newark and Jersey City, New Jersey. But then as I turned 13, moved to Georgia, moved to San Antonio. Sometimes it was hard, you really couldn't, keep friends because you wouldn't know when they would be leaving or when you would be leaving.
Were you always bigger than everybody?
Yeah, I was. I was. I used to go to school, act like a clown, do crazy things, beat people up.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I just don't see you as a bully.
I used to beat him up, I might.
He was always self-conscious of his size. As tall as he was the biggest thing going, and he always would like slump down and walk with his head down a little bit. His mom used to tell him, no, don't never do that. Be proud of your height. Walk with your head up all the time. Let people follow you. You don't follow them. He started grasping that. And that's when it all started, like overnight. He just stopped doing crazy stuff and started getting into basketball, getting into his books, and really turned his whole life around.
Shazam, Spider-Man, Hulk.
Shazam, Spider-Man, Hulk. Maybe that's where this whole Shaq thing came from.
Yeah, something like that.
I got and you can set it free. I can catch the moon in my hand. Don't you know?
He liked to watch Fame. And they did a lot of dancing and a lot of singing in this show Fame. And he really liked that. He liked the dancing.
I feel it coming together.
They used to call me Shaka D.
Man, he can do it real good. He can do it real good. He's an entertainer. He is.
Making his TV debut, performing What's Up Doc with his friends, Shaquille O'Neal and Bushnick. When I'm out there hooping, yo, you better touch the cypher. In other words, you better make a funky decision. Cause I'ma be a jackknife and cut you in position. Since I gotta go, I ain't no joke. Now slam it, jam it, and make sure it's broke. Yes, man. Yeah.
Initially, it's going to seem all great and all fun, but at some point in time, it's going to get underneath your skin. He's going to have to learn how to deal with that from a business standpoint as well as from a basketball standpoint. And sometimes that's tough to sort out and to deal with.
What scares you about the future? Have you ever sit around and think about the future?
No, not really. I mean, I never really thought about it. I'm just, glad I'm doing the right thing. I'm glad I listened to my parents before it was too late. I'm lucky. What can I say? When I retire and have children, I can tell my son, I was bad. I was bad.
Shaq won the league's Rookie of the Year award, but the Magic just missed making the playoffs that first year, which turned out to be a blessing in disguise because they won the top pick at the draft lottery for the second straight year. And they ended up with Penny Hardaway, another young star for the up-and-coming team. Up next on Overtime, we will jump ahead to Shaq's second season.
A lot of guys in the league getting bald heads. I didn't want to look like them, so I came with a new style, the Isaac Hayes shaft look. That's nothing but the sideburns on the side. And I always touch them up for good luck. You want to touch them up, Bill? When you look at a guy 21 years old, doing all these things, you automatically make the assumption he's young, he's having a good time, he's not working out. But my priorities are straight. I know where my life is. My life is basketball. If I didn't play basketball, I wouldn't be as noticed as I am. So I'm just going to have fun, and I'm going to try to do what I want to do, not what people want me to do.
When Shaquille O'Neal arrived in Orlando, everyone knew what he could do on the court. But basketball turned out to be just one of his talents. He appeared in movies, TV commercials, and even made a name for himself as a rapper. The rap against him was that he spent too much time on those outside activities. That's one of the things Shaq talks about in this next interview from the 1993-94 season. He got together with another great center, Bill Walton.
When it's all said and done, Big Bill Walton will go down as one of the best centers in NBA history. Tonight, the Hall of Famer turned broadcaster talks with another big man who perhaps one day may join Walton, standing among the NBA's elite.
The media had a large role in forcing Michael Jordan into early retirement. Do you feel any pressure like that? Do you feel things closing in on you and really changing your life and your approach to something you love, playing basketball?
I think my relationship is good with the media, but there's some guys in the media try to put you down. And if you really sit down and look at the articles, they don't know basketball. They don't know what they're talking about. Like there's an article in a Sports Illustrated that says Shaq is worried about being a movie star and a rapper, despite his MVP type season this year. So if you really look at the article, it doesn't make sense, because if I was worried about being a rapper and a superstar, I wouldn't be playing well.
O'Neal, the trailer, puts it on the floor, spinning, and he knocked it in, the foul! Oh, my!
Shaq, what motivates you on the basketball court to be a great player?
I'm a competitor. I just like to win. I just like to go out and sweat, dunk. I like to get nice passes from Penny Hardaway and throwing them down, and I just love playing the game.
Does the money have anything to do with it?
Not really. If they paid me $40 for 7 years, I think I'd still play. Money isn't everything. It's just there. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to have, but money isn't everything.
Shaq, what's the deal with the new look? The shaved head, the goatee, the sideburns? What's going on here?
There's a lot of guys in the league getting bald heads. I didn't want to look like them, so I came with a new style, the Isaac Hayes shaft look. That's nothing but the sideburns on the side. And I always touch them up for good luck. You want to touch him up, Bill?
I think I'll punch you right there.
Skiles fires it low to Shaq. He turns and shoots. No good. Gets his own rebound back and dunks it. He dunked it on Olajuwon.
Are you the league MVP this year?
I would like to be, but probably not. I mean, it's still some things that I need to do. Like I need to hit free throws and I need to get more rebounds. But numbers-wise, I think I'm up there with the best of them. But I would love to get it. But if not, I just have to get it next year.
Are you concerned that fans, media people like myself, will never be satisfied with whatever you accomplish because of your unbelievable potential and capabilities?
It's been like that for me a long time, and I'm just going to go out and do the best that I can do. Like right now, people see me dunk so much, they think that I can't shoot jumpers, and they're just tired of seeing me dunking, and they want to see me step outside. But I really don't want to step outside. I want to stay down and bang. That's my role on this team, to stay down and bang, get rebounds, and dunk it home.
22-footer won't go. O'Neal the rebound, and he'll dunk it home on Bonner. And the foul.
Can Orlando win the championship this year? Do you have all the pieces?
I think we do. It's still early in the season. We just have to touch up on some things, be consistent, beat the teams lesser than us, beat the teams above us, and anything can happen. I think we can.
Shaq had a tremendous season in '94, finishing second in the league in both scoring and rebounding. The Magic to 50 wins as they made the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. They didn't stay long, getting swept in the first round by the Pacers, but it was clear that Orlando was a team to be reckoned with, and the next season they arrived as championship contenders. We'll catch up with Shaq 1 year later when we come back.
My plans are for being a professional basketball player. I did not say to myself, I'm going to be a rapper too, I'm going to be an actor too. Those things just came my way, and I just took advantage of those opportunities. And I just said to myself, I'm going to stop reading articles. I'm going to stop looking at the articles. I was a good player. I played hard. All the other things were irrelevant.
And the United States has won the gold. And that man, Shaquille O'Neal, was unstoppable right throughout the tournament, named Most Valuable Player.
It was a good honor to my family, my organization, and my team members. It meant a lot to me, too. Dream team, too. Good feeling.
With Shaq in the middle, it seemed only a matter of time before the Magic competed for a title. But it happened even quicker than many expected. In just his third season, Orlando had the best record in the East, and they rolled through the playoffs, all the way to the NBA Finals against the Rockets. But O'Neal had his hands full with Hakeem Olajuwon, and the Magic dropped the first two games at home. As the series shifted to Houston for Game 3, here's Shaq with Steve Jones from 1995.
1, 2, 3, Magic! Gonna build a mountain from a little hill. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, only know I'm gonna try.
All right, Shaq, you told me that, your team's not in a hurry to win it all, but you're on a fast track. I mean, suddenly things have changed. You're in the championship.
I think we're on a good track. I also think that the organization has made big steps to, try to make this a championship caliber team. First year I was drafted. The second year we got lucky. We got Penny Hardaway. Third year we got Horace Grant. And, we have a lot of young, talented, poised players on this team. And like I said, we played hard, defied all the odds, and now we're here.
In Shaq's third year, and only the sixth year of the franchise, the Orlando Magic have pulled off a small miracle in getting to the NBA Finals. And with so much talent, they seemed headed for lasting greatness.
Do you see this team as a dynasty if you can hold it together?
I think if we stay focused and don't get complacent on where we are and what we achieved years before, yeah. Dynasty.
And the cornerstoning dynasty, Penny Hardaway and Shaquille O'Neal, are calling to mind a dynamic duel of NBA lure.
What about comparisons? You're being compared to a great combination of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson,
Penny Hardaway, Shaquille O'Neal.
2 steals in a row by Magic. Magic front court. Magic down the middle. Give the ball to Kareem. Hardaway and O'Neal.
Magic was the world's greatest point guard, and Kareem was the world's greatest center. So anytime I'm compared to greatness, thanks. Appreciate it.
Guys changing the game. Akeem Olajuwon, and now the future Shaquille O'Neal. Akeem trying to hold him off.
When you think of dominating, do you think of Akeem Olajuwon?
Yes, I do. Akeem is a great player. To me, he's the best center in the NBA right now. Can go outside, can go inside. Power game, shoot the jumper. He's all around big man.
To the 1994 NBA World Champion.
The Houston Rockets and Akeem Olajuwon tasted sweet victory in last year's finals and now face the upstart Magic, who are not just gaining experience, they're hungry, and they believe there's no reason they shouldn't win.
Team, why not us, why not now? Came from Rich DeVos, team owner. You know, everyone talks about experience. Those guys don't have experience. They're too young, they can't do this, they can't do that. So he came in, why not us, why not now? Instead of waiting to gain experience or waiting to, do certain things, let's try to do it right now. Every time we get in a tough situation, we look up. Why not us? Why not now?
It wasn't quite the Magic's time that year, as they were swept in the finals by Houston, and they would be swept again in 1996, this time in the conference finals by Michael Jordan and the Bulls. That summer, Shaquille O'Neal was a free agent, and he decided to move on, taking his act to Hollywood as he signed with the Lakers. Next week, we'll take a look at Shaq's years in L.A. Thanks for joining us on Overtime. For NBA TV, I'm Mark Morgan, and we leave you now with one more look at Shaq in Orlando.
I think I'm a new breed of 7-footer. If I was a fan, I would come watch me play because I can do a lot of things. I can run, I can dive on the floor, have a beautiful smile, see.
Now you know I'm a professional rapper.
I watched me bust just like Dave Justice took Holly Berry from me. Yes, she did, tell me. I feel like Sugar, Reggie, pull my drawers, former Reggie, Cool Man, Derek like Coleman, Larry like Johnson, Charles like Bronson, don't rip, bring more heat than Steve Smith. I bring the thunder than Dan Marley, cause I'm not sorry. Bring that beat back, I'm sorry like Brown. I don't sing the national anthem. That's it, keep going, Jack, keep going.